audio only.
This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Rachel Fife.
Well, welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Now, do you have an aging parent or a loved one who is suffering from dementia, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, or other chronic illnesses and is looking for in-home care? Well, today I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Kayur Shah, with Senior Helpers of Coastal Orange County. Kayur, how is it going?
It's fantastic, Rachel. Thank you for having me. My pleasure.
Well, we're welcome. We're really excited to have you here and really to learn about your business. So tell us about your company.
So Senior Helpers is a really large organization, nationally, even internationally now. There's 400 plus offices. Company's been around for over 20 years. And what we do is we provide in-home care to aging seniors in the local community. So most of us have a certain geographic area. The area that my office serves directly is South Orange County, from Mission Viejo to San Clemente, where we provide all kinds of personal hygiene support, as well as companionship and housekeeping sort of support, as well as transportation for seniors in the community.
Wonderful. Well, how did you get into this business?
Oh, wow, that's a good one. So my background has not been in healthcare at all. I have been in corporate America for over 20 years, doing marketing and brand management for Fortune 50 companies, very large companies. I worked at the Walt Disney Company for a really long time, and I kind of made my bones in marketing there. Got to a point where I started thinking about doing something a little bit different at that stage of my life and my career. And I was evaluating, exploring different fields that are out there. Kind of coincided with the time where my aging parents, my mom got sick. So my mom is a cancer patient and has been a cancer survivor for a long time. She's had breast cancer in the 80s first, and then in the 2000s. Sure, long time ago, and she survived both of those. But right now, even today, she is battling esophagus cancer in her throat. And we've tried all kinds of different treatment, even experimental immunotherapy stuff that we're doing right now. But the burden of the care fell on my dad, who is a bit older and has his own physical and emotional challenges in dealing with this. So he's got his own health to look after. And then now my mom's as well with this acute condition. That is the environment that I was exposed to. And that being very involved in our family, I started looking for care and some solutions that might be there to help ease the load on my dad as a primary caregiver, but at the same time provide that support that my mom needed day to day. So I started looking into what home care is like, and I was sitting on the other side of the table, having conversations with owners like myself, with nurses, with caregivers, with hospice even, and that just kind of opened my eyes to this whole other world of the process of aging and care. And it led me to look into that from a professional standpoint. It checked a lot of boxes for me, doing something impactful, making a difference in people's lives in the local community, as well as something that hits really close to me at home. You know, someone's taking care of my mom right now. Now there's nothing better than me being able to take care of others.
Wow, wonderful. So what are some maybe myths or misconceptions in your industry?
You know, people feel like these are some of the things I hear a lot. I hear that, my independence is going to get compromised, right? I'm going to have a stranger in my house. I'm not going to be able to afford the cost of care, and things of that nature. So to those, I answer that we actually support families to be as independent and individuals to be as independent. Our care is an extension of their family, is there to give them the support that their family is unable to. And it also gives them the right kind of expertise from a care standpoint, but also peace of mind for their family. And so we are a big proponent of maintaining that independence, not taking it away. So that's one misconception. The other thing, like I mentioned, is that will I get along with our caregiver? And there's a stranger coming in, and I feel guilty about not being there for my dad or for my mom. And to that, we say that we're an extension of your family. We understand that there is a little bit of a disruption. And we want to be transitioning into that as smoothly as possible. And we're trained for that. Our caregivers are trained to do that as well nicely, right? We want to come in and understand deeply what is it that is needed, what are the gaps in the care, and how we can fill those gaps. And then we have a really detailed and robust matching process where we make sure that it's not just the skills and the expertise, but also compatibility and character and family dynamic that we take into account when we place a caregiver there. And then lastly, about cost. Folks think that they can't afford. Not really true. There's a ton of flexibility when it comes to looking for in-home caregiving. For an agency like Senior Helpers, one of the things that we specialize in is we have no minimum hours. So if you have limited affordability, start small. It's okay. Get a small taste of what it's like to have someone in your home, right? And then you see the kind of value it provides. More often than not, they start building a relationship with that caregiver. And then as they start seeing that value, then the number of and the amount of care then just transitions to a higher level. So, it is affordable. It's more affordable than people might think.
Wonderful. Well, we know that marketing is the heart of every business. So, how are you targeting your customers or attracting them, your
Yeah,
patients?
no, it's really, this is not a transactional business. This is an emotional one. We're pulling at heartstrings and we're making an impact in people's lives. So we look at it like that. I mean, my background is in professional marketing, so I understand for sure mm, what are some of the things that will make a difference. This is about building relationships. Marketing for us happens at multiple levels. Of course, we market directly to families, adult children in the sandwich generation, folks like me, caring for aging parents on one hand, caring for my family and my kids on the other. And those are folks that we try to target in our communications from more of a problem solving approach. And then there's another group which are what we call referral partners. They're people in the medical community, in the financial community, in the senior living space, and so on. Those are partners for us as well. And we market to them by building relationships, by becoming a trusted advisor and a resource for them. Because I do home care, but I know that I don't do a lot of other things that my clients might need. So I'm a resource for them. On the other hand, on the other side, I'm a resource to the medical community because I can fill a gap where they might not be able to.
Wonderful. Well, have you ever thought about doing a podcast?
The thought crosses my mind many, many times, but it's rare to get an opportunity like this. So I'm really excited to be on this one right now, Rachel.
Well, wonderful. Well, outside of work,
Yeah,
what do you like to do for fun?
I mentioned a bit earlier. I have a family as well, so I love spending time with my family. Most of us do, but specifically, we're a big sports family. So my son is into football, pro football, the Rams in a big way, as am I. I thought I was a big Rams fan, but my son takes the cake there. He's so much interested in football that he kind of wants to make a career out of it. So we're helping him in that line from a sports management standpoint. Now my daughter plays flag football, so kind of football is a big thing for us, sports in general, football in particular. And outside of that, we love traveling. I've had the fortune to be able to see many, many parts of the world with my family, and I still want to continue to do more of that.
Wonderful. Well, can you please tell our listeners, one thing they should remember about senior helpers of coastal Orange County?
The one thing that truly, Rachel, sets us apart is that we have no minimum hours. There's not a commitment for a certain number of hours per day or per week. We specialize in filling whatever need there might be it 1, 2, or even 3 hours in a particular shift. And that could be for the entire week. There's not a lot of people that's out there that'll do that, and we're one of the few that will. So our focus on that flexibility and giving them the care that they feel they need is one thing that sets us apart. And another one is the quality of training we provide our caregivers. We have extensive training for all of our caregivers, be it classroom training, online training, and then hands-on as well. We have a training studio in our office where we, of course, teach people how to deal with all kinds of situations they might see in families' homes, but also specialized training on dementia, like you mentioned earlier, as well as Parkinson's.
Wow. Well, how can our listeners learn more about Senior Helpers of Coastal Orange County?
So, Senior Helpers, like I said at the start, is a large company overall. So, seniorhelpers.com is probably the best place to start. And for anyone looking for care in a specific area in any part of the country, they put in their zip code, and our local website will appear. They can connect with me on LinkedIn as well. And my office is in Mission Viejo. Happy to have a conversation with anyone at any time to see how we can be a resource for them.
Wonderful. Well, Kayur, I really appreciated you being on the show, and we really wish you and your business the very, very best moving forward.
Thank you so much, Rachel. My pleasure to be here.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnporangecounty.com. That's gnporangecounty.com or call 714-941-8862.
Oh, you did so well. Thanks. Great job.